Hearties! Jack is back! At least men aren't getting paid? Is Harper a cheater? All that and more with special guest Jaiven Natt. Stay tuned!
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, Hearties! Welcome back to AfterBuzz TV. We are here doing Wynn Calls the Hearts. Here we go. Beautiful. As always, we are doing Season 5, Episode 3. Home is where the heart is. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. Joining me, welcome back, Maria.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited to be back at Hearties. Thank you for the warm welcome in our chat. I am Maria Provenzano. You can find me at Maria Provenzano on Twitter and at From Scratch with Maria on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I know it's like we got both.
You're
all the
everywhere.
information's there. Yeah, I feel like I'm everywhere right now.
No, you're everywhere. You're busy with home and family now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And your second child.
And my second baby, yes, full-time job and 2 children,
Yes.
one of which doesn't sleep. So we are there. Any sleeping tips from all you Hearties, I will take gladly.
Gladly. Well, the Hearties are really excited that you're back. I'm excited that you're back. Definitely missed you. I was like, man, I need another female voice on this panel. I have James, love him, but I was like, where is Maria?
I know, and we'll have to do a day.
happy
I
you're
mean, I told the Hearties in the chat, this is my first time with my husband solo with the kids, so hopefully this works out well, and I can come back and the 3 of us can be together again.
Yes, once again.
Yes.
And James obviously is not here. He's in Houston doing important things, being important, being a big influencer. But he did happen to watch last night's episode,
Yes.
and he has his quick thoughts of it. So
Right.
let's play his reaction, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Hi, Hearties. Hello, Maria and Marisa. It's me, James Lott Jr. You know who I am. I don't know why I'm introducing myself. I am coming to you live when I do this, from Houston, Texas. I'm
So
here for a
James.
conference, and I couldn't be there in the studio. I'm so upset that I can't talk to you guys fully about this episode, but I did get a chance to watch it. I want to give a shout out to South Texas Heartie Yvonne. She met me up for lunch. We both were in Houston. We had lunch together. You can see our video and pictures on all social media. We post them all there, so you can see it there. But I did watch the episode, and I was very excited. That opening scene sequence, just of the heart of the Mounties coming in, and it was amazing. The way it was shot when Elizabeth was running through all these red coats. I just love the way it was shot. It was just really interesting. And her and Jack's reuniting. We felt every emotion. I got a little teary-eyed. I'm going to tell you, I felt every emotion of that. She hadn't seen her man. Just happy to see that he was okay. I loved that when he said, "I'm home." I think all of us could do a collective, exhale. He's home. Very, very exciting. Love that. Also, Jack's been a changed man. You can tell he's been changed. And so we'll probably learn more about that. I predicted Gowen will be back this episode. He's back. On the low man's home pole. But it leads into his redemption story, I'm sure. But also leads into the whole bank situation. And that's kind of a scary situation with Mr. Jenkins and how it ended, how the show ended. The episode ended. It's kind of left on a cliffhanger. We don't know what's going on. Jenkins is hiding. There's no money. The sawmill can't pay people. That's very timely, as the show always does. But Abigail, of course, is trying her best, and I just feel for her so much. Trying her best. Carson, Faith, and Sophia. Is there a triangle brewing? I'm not really feeling Carson and Sophia. I'm just not. So I'm curious to see where this goes. That's all I'm
me
saying
too.
about that.
Yes.
I thought of Marisa. The candles in jars.
Yes.
For the dinner between Jack and Elizabeth.
I called it.
I just couldn't stop chuckling. Just because I saw all those candles in jars. There's so many candles.
Yep.
Candles. But very cute. Love that Jesse was talking to Jack for advice about Clara. That's how it should be. The journalism lesson with the kids. Fake news. Very timely. And the wedding's going to be in 2 weeks. That's something I think it's going to probably be the most watched episode of that series. And I can't wait to come in the next day. It'll probably be the most watched episode of our series. It's going to be so exciting to watch. Double best men, double matrons of honor. Yeah, because both are married. It should be very exciting. I'm looking forward to March 18th. I'm so excited. Sorry I couldn't be there, of course. I'll be back next week in the studio next to Miss Marisa. You guys have a great week and stay loving and hopeful, Hearties.
Thank you, James. He's amazing. He took some time out of his busy schedule to give us his quick thoughts. But Maria, let's get your quick thoughts. What are your thoughts of this season so far? We haven't gotten yours.
So I'm very I feel like awestruck of the way this has been filmed. You can tell that the Hearties have, made their presence known, and I feel like and I don't know this for a fact, but it feels like so much more money has gone into the production of the show, because the shots that they have, I mean, I know the scenery is beautiful and it's something that they can work with, but I feel like it's just so, it's like a movie you'd see in the theater. Like,
right.
It's so beautiful. And I think it's the acting has been even better. I think it always seems to get better. But I'm just really, I think it's interesting that you just get so invested in these characters and in this storyline. So far this season, I've been loving this. So, but as in terms of this show, I mean, my thoughts kind of taking away. I agree. I think the first thing really for me was the open with Elizabeth looking for Jack and kind of having, like, we knew he was going to be there, but it was still like her acting was so good.
Right.
And it's just sort of that, like, I just don't, living in that time period and being away from the one you love and not knowing if they're alive or not, like, I get mad if my husband doesn't text me, like, like at 5 o'clock, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But
technology changes everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my takeaway, I guess, of the season so far, if you will.
Yeah, I love it, and the Hearties are definitely excited that you're back. I'm excited you're back.
Yay!
A few quick things that we're going to be talking about
Yes.
this episode. I mean, obviously, we have Jack's return. Mm-hmm. We'll definitely get into it. Some other people that come to the town. We had Sophia. She's new. And then we have bank problems. All this
A lot
and more.
happened.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to cover all of this, but we also have a special guest, Jaiven Natt, that's going to be joining us. So let's get him actually on the line, and while we're waiting for him, let's talk about the kids are amazing this season.
I know, they really, and they've given the kids a lot more opportunity for storylines so far, too.
Absolutely. What were your thoughts of this Harper?
Harper
and Hattie.
Yeah, the Harper Hattie thing. I thought was, I mean, I wanted my son to watch that. You know what I mean? I have it recorded, and I might set him down and have him start, because he's in bed by 9 o'clock, so I can't watch it with him.
Right.
But I just thought it was such a good life lesson, just in general. I mean, I think we always think we see certain. So the takeaway for me was, Elizabeth said it's even better if you see something with your own eyes, but you also have to find out if what you see is true. So for me, I think it's like, James says, when we watch the show, so much of it are things that happen nowadays. And how true is that?
Yeah.
Like I think people report what they want to report.
Or want to believe.
Want to believe, yeah. Because she's like, well, I want a story that's going to sell.
Yeah, I want a good story for the first
Exactly.
edition. Like, and believably so, but also it's just a great message for not just the children, but for adults in life. It's like you need validation. You need your actual valid resources.
Yeah, of course.
Anything I learned from HBO's newsroom, you always have 2 sources before you publish a story.
Yeah, I love that show.
But like I did love the message and meaning.
Yes.
And how all the kids are really getting a spotlight
They really are.
episode so far.
I think that's great, and a great opportunity to see them shine.
Yes, absolutely. And speaking of a child that always
A
shines
shining star.
every week, we have Jaiven Natt joining us.
We love you. Hi, Jaiven.
Hi, Jaiven.
Hi.
Thanks so much for joining us once again.
Oh, thank you for having me. I loved being on your show last time, so it's just maybe more fun this time.
Yes, of course. And the Hearties love you, so everyone's excited that you're back. So
Thank you.
yes, season 5 has been amazing. Being on the show, now another season has passed. What are your thoughts of this overall season for everybody and the characters? What are your thoughts for this season?
I think it's great. I love this season 5, just because they incorporated the kids a lot, but they still had good storylines for the adults, and everything was just fun. It's my 3rd year there now, so it was like everyone's more of a family, like even more now. So that was just awesome. Just overall, season 5 is just, I think, really fun. It was fun to film. It looks awesome. And it's a great season. I've been watching with my mom and dad every Sunday, so that's cool. it's such a good show. Like I think season 5 is amazing so far.
And you've been amazing so far. Do you feel like you've grown as an actor too over the course of this season? Now having more opportunities to be in the spotlight and having the kids there more often?
Yeah, I definitely think it's helped me as an actor being on screen more, and I think it's a lot more fun when you get to be on screen and have lines and stuff. And I think it's great that they're incorporating all the kids and all that. But yeah, I think it made me a better actor and just helped me with my acting.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely showing on screen.
Oh, yes.
Since
definitely.
the last time we
thank you.
had, yes, absolutely. Since the last time we had you on our show, that was before your Robert's character had the whole fib with the bear.
Yes.
And
Oh,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And you couldn't really speak about it yet. But now, since so much time has passed, and we see your character interact with other actors on the show, not just Erin Krakow, because, being a student, you're always
Right.
generally with her. But what's your experience like now working with all the rest of the cast members?
It's awesome. Like working with Erin is amazing, but now getting the chance to work with everyone is even better. It's just more people to talk to, more people that I know now. Like it just brings me closer to everyone, and I just like having that feeling, knowing that I'm like close with everyone on the show that I'm on. So I think it's great that I've been getting to work with more people and stuff.
Oh, and so when now you get to work with more people, do you have any fun like behind the scenes stories from the season that you can share with us?
Yeah. One of them was Paul Green. He
Yes.
was filming a little song with his guitar and stuff, and I got to film that with him. That was fun. And just a bunch of stories, like just a bunch of funny stuff with Carter and Christian, all the kids. And I can't think of an exact like really funny one or an exact one, but there's definitely a lot of things that have happened, just like fun things.
Oh, is there any way
that
we can
have
see that
happened with
video of you
everyone.
guys? Of you with the guitar?
Is that available?
Is that available?
I think it's on his Instagram. I'm not.
We should watch.
I'm not
We'll have to look it up. Okay, that would be so fun to see.
Yeah.
When you were singing, you said, were you singing with him or playing the guitar?
No, I was filming.
You were filming it.
Filming,
Got
yeah.
it. Oh, cool. He could maybe teach you how to play the guitar.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually play the guitar just a tiny bit.
Oh,
I
well, there you go.
You play the ukulele, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's impressive.
That I did know. Because aren't you donating one of the ukuleles to the Art for ALS, which is Paul Green's project?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. So go
Great things he's doing with that.
go bid on that.
Go
you
bid
guys.
on that, Hearties.
It's amazing. Since the last time I actually saw you, Jaiven, in person, we were at HFR 3 back in October. What were your thoughts of that, and how well you were received with all the Hearties there?
Oh, it was great. Like I noticed the year before, like people knew me as Robert, but I was just Robert. But this year, since I had just a bit more, people would come up to me and like kids would know me and stuff. I'm like, whoa, that's like cool. And then I'd be signing and like, and then I just thought to myself, I'm like, I'm actually doing this. This is really cool.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh.
Yeah, I was just really like appreciative of like how nice and just how like thoughtful all the Hearties are.
They really are a force to be reckoned with. They are just like there's no other support system like them. Really.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we love watching Robert, of course, every episode. It seems like last week's episode and the week before, Robert was, I don't want to say a little troublesome, but he was stirring up the pot
Stirred
a
the
bit.
pot a little bit.
Yeah.
A bit. How fun is it to play that somewhat troublesome child in school,
It's really fun actually, especially when I get to do it with someone. Like when I got to do that snail thing or the slug with Christian.
Oof.
Yep.
That was really fun to film. Just like I like being that kind of mischievous character. Like I just love being that kind of like I like being the nice kid, but I also like being that kind of like mysterious kind of kid.
Sort of like your alter ego that you get to actually like do those fun things. We do have a question from one of the Hearties. What was your favorite scene to film this season? I don't know if it's aired yet or if it's going to air, but if you had like a kind of your favorite moment, I guess, of this season. Probably so many. We do know there's a wedding coming up. Are you in a wedding? Was that fun?
Yeah, that was fun to film. I would say my favorite would be, I'd say my favorite thing to film, it isn't out yet, so I can't say too much.
Okay.
But I get to faint, and that was fun to film.
Oh,
fainting.
Yeah, that's a good, like, we always, talk about how good the acting is on the show, and I'm sure that that's a fun thing for you to kind of learn how to do too as an actor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it was like just really fun, and like how the director was telling me how to fall and stuff. And it was just,
yeah, and you being so young in your acting career, but definitely growing. What's the experience like going from different director to director, and how does that affect your acting?
It doesn't affect it too much. I actually kind of like it because not every show that I'm going to be on is going to have the same director. So I kind of like having a couple different directors so I can get different spins on how I act with my character. Like sometimes I'll be acting this way for Robert, and one of the directors, Peter DeLuise, he'll tell me I just like how some articulate my character this way and some articulate it another way. I kind of like how it like splits different ways with the different directors.
Yeah, I'm sure that's so. Yeah, and maybe one last question from the Hearties. So, I love the Christmas special, of course, and so they're wondering, is there going to be any more storyline, including Robert's family and him as a big brother or anything like that? I don't know if you can really get into it, but maybe you can give us a little tease.
Yeah, you're a big brother now.
I don't really know. I guess you'll just have to stay tuned.
That's a good tease.
That's a great tease. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us again.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun.
Of course. And and you're welcome back anytime.
Anytime.
We'll definitely talk to you throughout the season, and still look forward to see what your mischievous character Robert is up to every week.
And Jaiven, where can everyone find you on social media?
Jaiven _Natt is my Instagram.
Okay.
And my Twitter is Jaiven Natt.
Okay, perfect. And we'll make sure to tweet it out too, because I think we have you on our Instagram for tweeting this.
Absolutely.
So we'll make sure to tweet that out too.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And one last thing, what would you like to say to the Hearties before we let you go?
I would like to say a lot of things, but I just want to say right now, thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Michael's heart would not be the same without you guys. You guys are the best.
You are so sweet. They are the best.
Yes, and you're the best too, Jaiven. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Jaiven.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye, Jaiven.
Bye.
Aw, he's great.
I love him.
So much fun. Seriously,
kid.
all the kids are so ridiculously talented.
It's amazing. The casting directors are amazing that they work with, because how do they find these kids?
Brilliant.
I think it helps working with such great actors too.
Yes.
Inspires them.
Absolutely. So just to wrap up the Hattie Harper storyline, great message, especially the moment where Hattie had to check herself and then go back to Harper and actually apologize.
And I think that's so amazing to as a child to learn that we all are going to make mistakes in our lives, and to own up to it, and to stand in front of the classroom and to have that so beautifully written, and to own up to what she had done, even though I don't think was trying to be malicious, and really I think she's just trying to it was more self-centered, that she wanted herself to look good instead of didn't care what someone else had to go through. So I think it was a really good learning lesson. But I mean, I thought it was a great ending to it too. Yeah,
a great message, and also just knowing that words can actually hurt people as much as they may not be true, but they are very hurtful. So learn from this, everybody, not just children, everybody. All right, so let's get into Rosemary, and her friend Sophia Conley comes into town. What were your thoughts of Sophia Conley?
I was a little bit taken back because
Why's that?
Okay, so here's what I think is great. I think it's great that she's an architect, and she's what was the term that that she used that Rosemary used? You're paving the way.
Paving the way. She's a
trailblazer. Trailblazer.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of. And so I really love and appreciate that is like incorporating that into a storyline. Obviously, that's kind of like things that women are had to go through. The thing that it showed that she wasn't getting hired because she was a woman and all of that. So that I thought was a really interesting storyline that I so appreciated that they were showing that. Then in terms of like her meeting Carson, I felt very protective because I love Dr. Shepard, and I really felt in my heart that he was going to fall for Faith. And I actually did a segment with Paul Green for on Home and Family, and I say in my segment, this is like, I didn't know this whole storyline with Sophia was going to happen. This was on Valentine's Day that he was on the show.
Oh, wow, yes.
And
So
I
that's
actually
early.
say to him, so you have a really cute nurse. I'm trying to like I'm actually talking to him like I think he should like, and
Nurse
so
Faith.
then I watched the episode that like teased that someone was coming in, and I was like, oh. So I felt, I think, and then it's funny, we had Hearties on the show that day in our audience, and they're like, we feel the same way about Faith.
Okay.
So what do you think?
I mean, so it's good to know that it seemed like Faith was jealous.
It did.
It really did. But I like Sophia because first, she's a strong woman.
Yes.
Awesome. She's an architect, so being a woman in the male industry, yeah, we know what that's like. Too true. And then, but also just the true facts of not being hired. It's so hard for women to just get their start in whatever industry that they are. Very relevant. Still to this day, these themes are going on. Slowly but surely, there's progress being made. But she was so likable. She was
really
sweet.
She was.
She
And that's what
hasn't
made her
given
hard.
us any reason to dislike her yet.
Exactly.
And there is actually chemistry between her and Carson, so I could see it. I really could see it.
I know. I felt like, what was interesting? So when Sophia had come to the doctor, to the hospital, and she was going to meet Carson to go on the picnic, and that little interaction with Sophia and Faith, where she's like, oh, something about it being so nice outside, and Faith was like, actually, I heard it was going to rain, but who knows? Or what? I was just like, oh, the underlying, like, oh.
Just dig.
And then it rained.
And then it
which
did
made
rain.
them closer.
But rain is sexy. I mean, come on. You see, it's so Hallmark.
I know.
It is. That is a trademark of Hallmark.
I
Let's kiss
know.
in the rain. But they didn't kiss. It was too soon for
It was a
this
little soon.
potential relationship to go anywhere with the kiss in the rain. But
So
they
what do you
were
feel about
very
it?
smitten.
How do you feel about
I like it.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind these two together because even the introduction of her, she's just standing there on the entrance there, and the camera's literally going around her. She's taking all of Hope Valley in. She's looking around like this is a place she's gonna be for a while.
That's true.
She's gonna stick around for a few episodes.
So I'm just sorry, I'm looking at the chat. So there's a little bit of both. A lot of people are liking Sophia. So Christine, I agree. So Sophia can be the architect for the theater and Jack and Elizabeth's house. And that's what I thought. I hope that ties in. That was actually going to be one of my predictions.
Yeah.
But I think it's great we're talking about it now. That was one thing that I thought was a really cool thing that they could incorporate into the storyline of her showing what she's capable of doing. So I think that's really interesting. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Some people are Team Faith. Some people are open to the idea of Sophia. So
Yeah.
I don't know. To be determined, I think.
It's interesting too because I'm just thinking if she is now a new person to watch every week and she's going to like integrate herself into this
Yeah.
community, how she would fit in and what role she could play. We already have Michael Hickam being a contractor. He can help build. She could help be an architect.
Yeah.
Build a theater, like other people saying. Rosemary did mention it too. I was like, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, she could be the town architect. I'm fine with that. We need more town architects here. Why not?
I don't know. I just love Faith. I really do.
Yeah, I love her too.
Ugh,
we all
Hearties.
do. See, Faith just needs a good man in her life, like Carson.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind Sophia and Carson together, but I also wouldn't mind Faith and Carson to be together either. It wouldn't bother
Hearties,
me.
let us know what you
whatever
think.
way it went.
Let us know.
Yes,
I mean,
let
we're chiming
us
in.
know.
I think we should almost do like a poll. How do we do a poll? Can we do a poll on Twitter?
We could.
Let's try to do that. Okay, Hearties. Well, maybe Marisa and I are going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
She can figure out how to do that.
There you go.
We'll do a poll, and so we'll see if there's who likes Team Faith or Team Sophia.
Team Faith.
So
or
let's
team...
do this.
Ooh, it is
will be
on
fun.
Hearties. Speaking of the Hearties, you want to do some shout-outs, Maria?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's
You're
so
back,
many
so
people.
read
Yeah,
some
I
out.
know. It was funny. Lori Pearson came in and she goes, "What brought Sophia to Hope Valley?" Like,
Rosemary.
Yeah, exactly. I know, but
Rosemary.
we have Linda Brown, we have Christy Payne, Nancy, Jessica, Bender. I was gonna say Binder. I'm sorry. I'm on 3 hours of sleep. We have Nancy and Jackie Bush. Let's see, Casey Simpson. I Heart Knit. I know I love you. You're just always with us. I love it. Okay, I said Elizabeth Pierce, didn't I?
Elizabeth Pierce.
Let's
Maya
see.
Ruffin.
Oh, Janette, MSU.
Jeanette.
We love you.
We know you.
It's so many Hearties. So many Hearties.
Yeah, thanks, Hearties, for always tuning in every single week. You guys are great. How great was Jaiven? Let us know.
Yes. Let us know.
Yeah.
And take our poll when we get it set up.
Yes,
I'm so
absolutely.
excited about this.
We have to get through this after show first before we do that.
Okay. So let it go.
All right. But actually, before we move on, if you love our show, another show you'll also love, if you want to have fun, just like we do, learn and grow in all areas of your life. For those who do, we've got a podcast for you.
Ooh.
It's Conversations with Maria Menounos. You know her.
You know Maria.
Podcast edition is hosted by AfterBuzz TV founder Maria Menounos herself and drops every Friday on iTunes, you guys. Fridays, that's like the best day of the week,
Right.
obviously. Next to Mondays, because that's when we have our show.
Next and Sundays when Call the Hearts is on.
Conversations with Maria Menounos feature celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. I definitely need help on the finance
I think everybody does.
because numbers don't do well with me. But Maria can help you with that. So let our Maria be the big sister you never had. Or if you have a big sister, be also just like another sister.
A mentor.
Yes, definitely a mentor sister. Just go to iTunes, subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Just
Yes,
like
and
everything else
you can
here.
get our this on iTunes as well.
Yes, just like our When Calls the Heart. So it's on iTunes for free. Be sure to rate, comment, and when you do, let Maria know it was us here at AfterBuzz that let you know to be there. So Conversations with Maria Menounos, the podcast edition. Check it out. All right, let's go back. And now Jack returns. Jack is back. Hashtag Jack is back. Woot. Everyone collect a squeal.
And
Yes.
and
Right? Oh my goodness.
you can breathe again.
Yes, the Mounties are back. We're so
Mounties are back.
excited. I mean, I also am wearing red for a reason.
I see that.
All the red surge there. What were your thoughts when we saw all the Mounties come in and Jack's return?
I could not wait to see what it was going to be like for when she saw him. And I love that they kept us on like the edge of our seat when she went into the saloon and like saw people in there and was asking around, and the guy had said, "Oh, we lost some men." I was like, "Don't you do that to her. Don't do that to me." And then you can see we have a picture up of them reuniting. I just thought it was
romantic.
beautiful.
It was
What
gorgeous.
did you think?
I loved it. We all knew that Jack was coming back because they promoted
Right.
it heavily. So it wasn't that surprising when he came up. I was like, yeah, we're just
Right.
really excited. It was more the buildup of knowing he was coming back, the anticipation. Their return and their like run towards each other and that kiss, romantic, very Hallmark style,
I
but
love it.
also very reflection of what's very similar to how their goodbyes
Goodbye
were.
was, and even like her panic, like Jack.
Yes, the Jack and they were like running to each other,
So
kissing
good.
him once again, and then he leaves, but also running back, kissing again, and he's returned.
They have great chemistry.
Oh, I love it
Great
so
chemistry.
much.
You just like
So
feel that
much.
heat watching them.
Yeah.
And his hair's a little long.
Yes, a little long.
A little long, like yeah.
I was just gonna ask, like he seems a little bit war torn. Your
Yeah.
thoughts? He obviously does not want to talk about what he witnessed.
Yeah, so that's what I thought was, and we had actually predicted this. I think that was James that said there's going to be some PTSD.
Oh, for sure.
And I definitely think we're going to see that. And I think that's why he's trying to keep himself so busy with the house. And he's like, go. She's like, don't you want to rest? And he just wanted to keep going. And I think he's scared that if he stops to think is when it's going to all catch up to him. And so that I think it will at some point. What do you think?
I definitely think definitely PTSD. It's already settling in.
Yeah.
He's happy, actually coming back home to the people that he loves and the woman that he loves. But this could be early predictions, but we're definitely going to get a moment where he's going to talk about the war. It's going to come back to him. And hopefully it'll resolve whatever issues that he had to face during it. Hopefully it doesn't last too long, though, because we just want him to be happy.
I know.
I'm just happy he's safe and sound, and he's okay. He's not sick. He's healthy. He looks a little haggard, but he's fine. He's safe, which is great. But he's even making plans, building a home.
I'm excited
now.
about this house. I mean, the way they shoot this show is just insanely beautiful. So I'm like personally excited. That's like the fixer-upper in me. Anybody who watches like a fixer-upper, I'm like, I just want it to be my house. And so I mean,
like Joanna. And
oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah,
So
good.
so good. So good. I just went to Target and bought a table like runner that she makes.
I watched so many of those episodes over Christmas.
So good.
break.
It's ridiculous.
It is.
But anyways,
We digress.
his fixer-upper might be Sophia. So we'll see.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool to see what they end up doing with this situation of the house and kind of where that leaves them in their relationship, because he wants, big family and all of that. Like, I mean, that's when he did the like blueprint. She's
Big
like,
family.
apparently this is a big house.
Apparently by a lot.
Yeah. So Maya said the Thornton clan part had me on the floor rolling around in my happy tears. Oh,
It is a Thornton. It will be a Thornton
will be.
clan. Just who knows how many.
I know.
I mean, there was a lot of rooms on that blueprint.
Yeah.
A lot of rooms. But yes.
Sorry, we have this picture up that I wanted to talk about.
Yes, which goes into their date. The romantic dinner date. Your thoughts of this?
I almost want to hear your thoughts. I'm like, I
have a
can't
lot
wait to hear what you're going to say about the candles.
Yes, I have a lot to say.
Because
but you
James,
can
okay,
go
I'll give my thought. I mean, of course I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was sweet, her reaction to like the writing on the board. And I thought what was so beautiful and sort of humanizes the whole thing is like, he goes, had the little music box. And it was just like, the thing that got me through was just envisioning and like thinking of dancing this song with you. And then they did that. I got a little teary-eyed.
Right.
I must say. I just thought it was sweet and romantic and kind of what we want out of them as a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely a great way to welcome, to have a dinner back with your loved one.
Yes.
And yeah, look at all those candles. That's
Okay, so tell
definitely
me.
150. Okay, you guys? A lot of people like give me flack for that. I was like, no, it's 150.
Why did you count them all?
Repurpose. No.
Oh.
I'm just throwing an
You are
arbitrary
so funny.
number out there. Obviously, we repurposed and duplicated things to visual effects. But how romantic is it? It
It's
looked
very sweet.
gorgeous. They were happy to be with each other again, dancing in the dark to music box music. I mean, it's
It was
gorgeous.
sweet.
Very sweet. That's how you properly court a woman. Gentlemen, take notes.
Yes.
Take
Wait.
lots
So
of notes.
Jessica Bender on here, she goes, but the song was the wrong song. What was
What's
it?
the wrong song?
What was the wrong song?
I
Tell us.
was actually trying to look up the name of that song.
Did he say what the song was and then what they played was wrong? So let us know.
I also I put on the subtitles just to see if it would
What it was?
give the title of the name of the song. No, it just said music box playing.
Oh,
All right.
interesting.
So
Okay,
if
well,
you guys
let us
actually
know.
do know the music, let us know what it is.
Yeah, let us know.
But it was still
Hearties know all.
it was still beautiful, very touching.
It was a sweet
very
moment.
heartfelt. I loved it. I loved it. Dancing with you to the song kept me going. Oh, it's gonna keep us all going. I love it. I love it. All right. Anything else about Jack's return? I'm just happy he's back.
I'm happy he's back.
I'm happy he's back.
I think everybody is. It'll be interesting. I'm excited for the storyline with
Yeah.
him. The
Yeah.
emotional.
But
Storyline.
I mean, we now know the wedding they have.
Sorry,
they're going to
Jessica
make a-
responded. The song was Lee and Rosemary. It was "Let Me Call You Sweetheart."
Interesting.
It was the same song Rosemary sang to Lee. Oh, okay, so everyone's chiming in. Okay,
Sang to Lee.
Rosemary sang. Oh, okay, she sang the same song earlier in the show.
Oh,
okay.
you are my darling Clementine. That was the song that Rosemary was singing, but that was to Lee, not
Yeah.
about Jack and Elizabeth's
It was
music.
a popular song. Okay, well, interesting.
She has a beautiful voice too.
Right?
For the
I
one
met
line
her
that
at
she sang.
the TCAs. Her and Lee.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Aren't they
not
fun?
Lee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're so sweet.
Yeah, aren't they fun? Yeah. So, but the wedding is officially a go
It's going
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow, that was quick.
2 weeks.
He does not want to be engaged anymore.
No.
He wants to put a ring on the finger.
And start the fam.
It's going to be great. Everyone's going to tune in.
Yes.
So we have Abigail and Rosemary as the matrons. And we have Lee and Bill, right?
Lee and Bill.
And to be the men of honor. It's going to be, obviously I'm not married, you guys, because I can't think of terms. So it's going to be great when you have your family and your best friends there, part of your wedding. That's all you need.
And how interesting that I thought it was that they were asking them at the same time the way they shot it, as we get the storm of people, like with the bank situation.
Beautiful editing.
Yes.
Juxtaposition between the two. We usually don't see that in the show. It's usually like straightforward, very linear, every storyline. But that I really did love. That was a nice touch. Let's get into this bank storyline. Jenkins and the bank. They made some bad financial investments. I mean, it's not the first time, but Lee can't pay his men. Yeah. The whole town's getting angry. You can tell.
I mean, it's everything.
Real quick.
Everything. Like Daddy's dress shop. I mean, everything. Everybody. I mean, what are you going to do without transition of money?
Yeah.
So, I mean, watching, it was painful to watch. I think the thing that struck me the most is we're going to see something with Gowen. And, he just has been around it. He knows, like, I thought what was interesting was, like, the poker face thing. He's like, I know your poker face. Like, I know you're bluffing. And when he shared that with Abigail. And I think I think we're going to see something there. I have a feeling, okay, I'm going to just do a prediction. I have a feeling that Gowen's something's going to transition with him, and I could be wrong. I feel like Marissa's always on point with hers, and I'm not. But, so he's, like, low on the totem pole now, obviously, at least, at the mill. But it will be interesting to see if maybe something like this transition him. Maybe he would be working at the bank, or maybe
back
something,
into power.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's necessarily power as much as it's responsibility. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I think he might prove that of his abilities. I don't know. We'll see.
Interesting.
That was my prediction. I'm sorry.
No. Well, I love it because I haven't heard your thoughts on Gowen so far this season.
I have a soft spot for him.
You always did.
I did.
I
know you didn't.
I remember it was just like me on this side of the table against you and James against Gowen. But what are your thoughts of them building Gowen's storyline this season? Are you for it?
I am for it. Yeah. I think everyone deserves a second chance. And I think this, redemption, I think his storyline is interesting. And I thought it was everything about him in the whole court thing. And when him and Abigail had their heart to heart, and he's like, I must have done something right to have you be there for me. Yeah. And I truly think that people are able to change. And I think this is a really good storyline just for society. I think everyone deserves that second chance. So I don't know. I'm for this line. Storyline.
He's working for his second chance. I'm slowly getting there.
Do you like Jesse yet?
I do. I mentioned that. I was like, I'm for Jesse. He's a good guy.
I love his character. Yeah, by the way. Jesse, I think is adorable.
He's so good.
I think he's a great actor.
He is. Yeah. Aaron Buckles is fun, and also he had some good advice with Jack. Jack gave some good advice about sometimes good relationships need a break from each other, and if it's meant to be, you'll come back. Yes. And I was like, I think that's actually very true. For a lot of people and very relatable. So, yes, I do like Jesse. I will get to Gowen. I will slowly get there for him.
Okay, so what do you think about the bank situation?
I think it's not obviously not good. I think there was going to be a strike in this episode because how quickly it derailed from not getting paid over a course of 4 days sends a whole town into a frenzy. Yeah. But what were your thoughts of it? How do you think Abigail's going to handle it? Because at the end of the episode, they're like, you're the mayor. You have to do something about it.
Oh, and you know what? Florence.
I
want to be like, Florence, you need to take a chill pill, sister.
Like, calm down,
calm down. Her and her little, when she was in this, okay, Lawrence, she got a little bit under my skin in this one. I just wanted her to calm down. But the character's great. You need somebody like that. She was just like, what are you going to do? I thought it was a great cliffhanger. I'm happy that they did something like that. I think that was a fun kind of change of pace because normally it's like a very start to finish thing in the episodes. And I feel like this was cliffhanger that we normally don't get. Right. And truthfully, I sat there with my jaw dropped. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Right? I really am so I don't know. I mean, I feel like she always finds a loophole. She finds something that is, for leverage. because she said with the bank, like, we're gonna have to pull out all the town's money, and then he kind of looked at her like, she's like, is it even there to pull out? So, truthfully, I got nothing. I have no idea what she's gonna do. Do you have any idea?
I have no idea either, because this is something they have not teased in the preview yet, or just like the resolution of the bank, and it seems like the bank doesn't have any money, so this is above Abigail's pay grade. It's like, how is she going to get money? Because she does have the option of pulling out the remaining money that's already in the bank and the funds there. But hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Maybe they can find other places that can help get the money back. But who knows? It's going
to be interesting.
Yeah, but the problem is they had bad investments. They lost that money.
Yeah.
So their problem is just getting back enough money to pay everybody and to keep the town running. Because it's a small town.
I know.
That runs on
and it was doing so well, like, with
Yeah.
everything kind of like snowballing, having the, the train and the mill doing so well and all of that. It was just
Right. It's a small town that only has mom and pop businesses, and when they can't even pay themselves, how's the town going to flourish?
right.
It's a very small town. Where, metropolis cities like LA or something, when one business goes out, the rest of the city keeps going.
Right.
We're not all dependent on these small things.
Oh.
So who knows? But Abigail, I have faith in Abigail.
I do too. Something will happen.
She's going to figure out something.
I wonder if it will be Gowen's redemption. Part of me, he's tied in there somehow.
Well, he knows money.
He knows.
He knows
I mean,
finances.
this is what this is his background.
He
so it should be
even said
interesting.
it like he has a feeling in his gut when something's wrong, so he knew. So hopefully this could be like that path to get him back into, ironically, the place where he started, and do something better this time, the second time around.
Yeah.
So I mean,
We shall see.
that can go into our predictions too. All right, anything else about this episode you loved?
Oh, let's see.
you may have missed favorite moments.
I thought I loved the moment, and this just kind of shows Jack's character, where Lee, gave him like all this, stuff for the house, like half price, and he was
Yeah.
like, you're a hero, and he's just like, I'm no hero, and I truly think his character believes that, and I think I think I'm so stuck on this story, like I cannot wait to see what goes on with Jack's character. So it was sort of seeing like the way that they sprinkled that into so many little situations I thought was really interesting. I did think it was cute about Jesse talking to Jack about Clara. What else? And I love anything with Leah and Rosemary. Like he was home when he was home for lunch, and like she made all the
Right.
sandwiches for the picnic, and
Rosemary had a lot of good moments in this
She
episode too.
did.
At the beginning, she was like, "It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. My heart is full. Work your magic."
I
she's
love
so
her.
positive and so cheerful that it's infectious. And
funny
we
was it
need
at-
people like that in
Yes.
our lives.
how
trust
funny was
me.
it at that dinner when she was like trying to chime in?
Oh yeah, but
Lee goes,
no, just like no.
No.
But I loved how Lee and Lee and Rosemary immediately picked up. Like,
Yes.
hey, there's something going
Yeah.
on here. They're smitten with each other.
Yeah.
That was very cute. And I think Rosemary also, one of my favorite lines this episode was when Rosemary was telling Elizabeth, when Jack just came back, I could teach your class today something about social etiquette they sorely lack.
oh my
Something they
gosh. And then she was
sorely
gonna like teach her, give her recipes.
lack. Right.
I thought that little interaction was so like just like
So
these
funny.
little, but it's like she like means it, and it's
know.
like she has good intentions.
They're like kind of backhanded
Oh my
compliments.
God.
But she's so good at them.
Her delivery is so good.
Brilliant.
That character is so well written. I will say that the writing in this show is so good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, every episode of this season so far has been a
Yeah,
hit.
Janet in the chat. Rosemary's hilarious. She is.
She is. She is. All right, so let's get to a little bit of news, shall we?
Ooh.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Boom! There it is. Yes. All right. Brian Bird, we love him.
We love him.
Papa Hardy, Boommaster B, Mr. Brian Bird himself. He actually is helping executive produce a new movie that's out. It is called Godspeed: The Race Across America. It's actually on Indiegogo. It's a crowdfunding type a film. It's about it's a true story of two middle-aged men, Jerry Shamel and Brad Cooper, fulfilling a dream to compete in the world's most grueling and demanding bicycle race, the Race Across America, which is a 7-day, 3,000-mile trek across 12 states from the Pacific to the Atlantic oceans, and it's currently on Indiegogo right now. Everyone can help donate and to this amazing film. I saw the trailer for it. It looks fantastic. You can just see, and high quality production too, of following these guys literally racing their bikes across all the different terrains and the different weathers,
amazing
patterns that they had to face throughout the country, and it looks really cool. Brian Bird's attached to it, so of course, Hearties, we have to back it.
Yes, exactly. Go back it.
Go back it. And then
Godspeed.
also over this past week, the Young Entertainers Awards had the nominations out, and some of our fellow child actresses and actors in the show have been nominated. So Carter Ryan Vancic, definitely one of them. He got nominated for Best Supporting Young Actors in a TV series.
I love it.
We also had Ava Grace Cooper for Best Recurring Actress 12 and Under category. And same with Cadence Roach in the same category. And also Imogen Tier from, she's in the Best Recurring Actress from the 13 range. So congratulations to all the Young Entertainers Awards. This is Carol Vancic, which is Carol, we love you. That's Carter's mother. So congratulations to the children who have been nominated.
Yes,
so hopefully they'll win when we get to that, when those awards happen.
And do we know when the awards are? Does it say?
I actually don't have
Okay, well, we'll
exact
find it
dates,
out and tweet it out.
but we will get the dates for that. And
Yes.
also this past weekend, I actually went down to San Diego, and I hung out with the San Diego Hearties.
Yay!
Yeah, that was fun. So I was with Mark Stark and Natalie Tatiana. Thank you for putting on such an awesome get-together for the Hearties. I saw some other Hearties too, like Bobby Schutte, Joyce Keeler, Alicia Ruby, Jessica Levine, Diane, all the fun Hearties were cool. I went down there, and we actually had a fun moment where Mark, having a journalism background, she actually interviewed me
Oh my gosh.
about AfterBuzz TV
Nice.
and my involvement and
Very
how I
cool.
thought about the show. A really cool moment. Bobby impromptu put it on Facebook Live.
Oh, I love it.
So if you guys missed it, it's on the When Calls the Heart Facebook
There you go.
video page. Go check it out. I
Check
talked to them a bit, but the San Diego Hearties, they were just so welcoming. So
Yay, the Hearties are the
yay,
best.
California Hearties. Amazing. So that's it for news. Let's get to Everybody Loves It. Predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
James isn't here. He usually does.
I know the
fun
voice. And that, yeah.
Maria, I haven't heard your predictions so far
Oh
this
my gosh,
season.
I feel like I already gave my predictions away.
It's okay.
So, we saw that Jack is gonna talk to Elizabeth's dad.
Yes.
So we saw that. So now I do think that we'll all eventually, I think it will be fine. He will eventually see that Jack is amazing and all that. But I do want to give a shout out to one of the Hearties who wrote something in the chat in a prediction that I think is interesting.
Okay.
So Elizabeth Pierce says, possible thought, will Jack ask Elizabeth's dad for help with the money for the house? And love that he is going to ask, for the blessing to marry Elizabeth. But yeah, some people had said in here wondering if asking for Elizabeth's dad's help in the town or something like that. You just never know. But that was in the chat, so I want to see that. I can't take any credit for that. Do the voice, Maria. Oh my God, Janette, I can't do the voice. I do not have a deep voice.
James will be back to do the voice.
Yes,
don't worry.
but I think we will see. Obviously, we'll see some wedding prep. I think we'll see. I think Rosemary will make the dress. I think that would be,
Yes.
I think we'll have a dress type situation. So I think I have a prediction in terms of that. I mean, you see Elizabeth in a dress, but I think in the situation with Rosemary will be really interesting. I wonder if Clara will end up doing any kind of making of the dress as well, because Rosemary designs it. And then I think we will see, start digging into the whole Jack, PTSD. But I'm trying to think of, I mean, I think it was more of a hope. I hope that we resolve this bank thing in this next one. And I predict that Gowen will be helpful in that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you that I predict at the wedding there's going to be 300 candles instead of 150. This wedding is going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. Honestly, everyone's just super excited for it. And it's so high anticipation for that. Wedding is in 2 weeks, so I think they're gonna do it in real time from how we watch it. So not next week's episode, but the week after. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be
excited.
epic.
So what is that date?
We saw in the preview where Jack is talking to Elizabeth's father because we know they do not really. Well, it's more so. Elizabeth's father doesn't really approve of Jack, and
Which
just
is why
him and his social class. You know, they're top echelon. They don't. Jack doesn't come from the same type of background, and they're not cut from the same cloth, if you know what I mean, in the social status. But I think it'll eventually get to the point where Elizabeth's father will realize just how good a man Jack is and how much he actually loves Elizabeth and will take care of him like a good gentleman and husband will do. And I think he's going to come around. But Jack is going to have to earn that. He's going to work next episode to get that approval. And it's going to be great because he's an honorable man. They're not going to do a shotgun wedding without the father's old traditional approval. So it's that'll be something to look forward to. This PTSD, I hope it does not last long. I think there will be actual one episode, because there was a moment when he's like, I'm no hero. So I think there was actually a moment that we'll see in a storyline that maybe Jack will say like what he had to face. Maybe he lost people when trying to do a heroic moment. And he actually lost people. And that might be the cause of the reason why he doesn't think he's a hero, because he actually lost some of the people he was trying to save.
Okay, I agree.
So it's going to get heavy.
It's going to be a heavy. Ooh, maybe that's the next. I feel like something like that needs to be resolved before the wedding.
Yeah, I hope, because to go into a marriage with baggage like that, I think it'd be good to clear the air first. Yeah, I completely agree. And the bank might go under. I think Gowen's definitely there's going to be an opportunity for Gowen to step in and do the right thing with the finances instead of taking it. He's going to find, ironically, a way back to get the money. So
redemption.
There's that redemption storyline. But hey, he's got to do it because it's good, not because for everybody else.
Do it because it's the right thing to do.
Do it because it's the right thing to do. Exactly. All right, Gowen. I was like, I will like you when you do it for the right reason. Okay, thanks, Hearties. Another great episode. In the meantime,
so good.
This
season is so good.
I love it so
I do too.
much. In the meantime, Maria, thanks so much for coming back.
Yay.
I missed you so much.
I will try to come back as much as possible.
Yes, of course. There's always space
I'll
for
let you guys know how tonight goes when I get home.
There's always space for you. In the meantime, where can everyone keep following you and your work?
Yes. Oh, well, watch. If you are obviously a fan of Hallmark, please watch Home and Family. You can watch Home and Family every weekday for 2 hours. We are on at 10 o'clock. Check your local listings in terms of time. But you can follow me on Twitter at Maria Provenzano and Instagram at From Scratch with Maria.
There you go. And you have amazing stuff on.
Thank you.
On everywhere. It's awesome.
I am working very hard
to
follow
have
her. Amazing things.
Go follow her, guys. You can follow me everywhere at Serafini TV. You can follow our co-host, James Lott Jr. At James Lott Jr.
Everywhere in the world.
Everywhere. Where all James Lott Jrs are sold. That's what he always says. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in every single week. Rate, comment, subscribe on iTunes.
Oh,
tell a friend.
Sorry, I just want to answer a question. Will you be
Go
there Thursday when Daniel is filming? I will be on Home and Family on Thursday with Daniel.
Tell him hi, because
I will.
won't.
Oh, no.
I know.
So, Hearties, if you're going to be there, local Hearties, send me a message via Twitter. Or if you guys I'll try to chat with him. So maybe if you want to try to send me questions or whatever, I'll try to hone in on him.
There you go. And job AfterBuzz too, because he said on camera that he'll come. So there you go. Work your magic there as well. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Tune into iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, all those fun places.
Like us.
Give
us stars.
Love us. Subscribe to us.
Subscribe.
Here we go.
Do
thanks
it all.
everyone. We will see you next time.
Thanks,
Hearties.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, Hearties.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.